Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys like my quick weave in this video, keep watching because I'm going to show you how I did. Okay, hey guys, let's jump into this video. I am starting a series called The Pink Print to Becoming a Baddie. Show you guys how I do things and you can do it too. And they're all things to maintain becoming a baddie. So this video is going to be a quick weave install using the bundles shown on the page from Amazon. They're also linked below in the description box. They were only $69.99. And I started out by bleaching the knots, just using 30 developer. That is the 16, 18, and 20-inch bundles. They were all pretty full, honestly. I didn't have any shedding like that at the beginning. Nice and full. I would also say true to length, not super thin. So we'll take it. So cheers with my Tinto de Verano that I learned about in Madrid. One of my favorite drinks now, so it is my drink of choice for this video. So I'm going to start out by using a lace glue to go across my forehead. I think I did 2 layers, um, but you're trying to spread that as thin as possible, but also keep it even to get that lace closure glued down and in a secure spot. After the glue dries, I go in with this e.l.f. bronzer palette, and that is the color I feel like matches my skin tone the most. And you just put it on that part of the wig cap. Um, there will be another video later that will show how I installed that wig cap, but this video is just going to be the installation of the hair. All right, back to the closure. I am using some lace tint that I used, um, that I sprayed on the lace. It is Makeup by Mario foundation mixed with alcohol. So you just go in and you line that closure up right where you want it to sit, and you push it down into the glue and make sure that it is secure and lined up. Then I go over it with some Got to Be spray right on that hairline, and we're just pushing it down and back. And then you throw on a wig band to hold it in place while you get ready to sew down your closure. So I'm taking a sewing needle and thread. All of this was purchased from the hair store. And I'm going to sew the perimeter of my closure down onto the wig cap, pretty much just covering up that light brown area. I didn't use a three-way mirror. I just kind of felt my way. So um, do what you wish and do what works for you. If you have a three-way mirror, absolutely use it. But I just felt my way and used my front-facing mirror just to get that closure sewn down. I tried to keep them as close as possible, and I also tried to like knot it as I was going to really hold that closure down because I did want the quick weave to last, although it is called a quick weave. I wanted to get a good little wear out of it, which I did. So sewing it down was a great choice. And I know it looks like I probably know what I'm doing, which I felt confident, but this was the first time, no, this was the second time I've ever sewn down a closure. So stop and take a drink and get back to it. But yes, it was the second time I ever done this. And this time I really studied videos and, like really tried. So now that you have it sewn down, that is me just checking the perimeter, making sure it's sewn, and she's on there. A little smirk because I'm actually very proud of myself. So on to our next step. This is our first set of bundles, which is the longest bundles, the 20-inch bundles. And I'm going to start at the back of my head. So you start out by measuring by taking one end of the track to the other side of your head and marking it off with your fingers. Also, I'm not going to talk this entire video, but I am just going to walk y'all through like the first track or two, and then I will cut to the music. So you will cut the track where your finger marks it. You definitely want some good scissors. You don't want to just be like jabbing and stabbing. You just try to keep that side from tangling. You comb through that hair, line it up, and now we are using our hair glue that we also bought from the hair store. Make sure to get the big one. The small one may be okay, but get the big one. Also use some Pump It Up sprids to spray across that track because it's going to help with the holding in place. And then you just lay that track where you measured, press it in really good. Alternate the blow dryer from hot air to cool air. And that worked for me. And do the same thing. You measure that track across, use your thumb to mark off the area, cut it with some scissors. Just detangle that hair. You don't want to glue anything tangled down. And then you are putting a good amount of glue, not too much, but not too little either. Make sure it's spread out evenly. Spray it with some Pump It Up spray. Just try to keep it along that track. And then we are just laying those tracks on top of each other, pressing them in, and then grabbing the blow dryer and alternating between extra hot and extra cold while also pressing into my scalp. And we just repeat those steps up until we get to the top where it gets a little different. But I am going to cut out the chitter chatter now and I'm going to let some music play. I hope you guys enjoy the video and I'll talk to y'all a little later. Bye.
Hey, look, can't say I want you for the night, cause shit, I want you forever. And I really mean that shit, that's why I wrote you this letter. I was sleep.
This is a clip. I'm midway through the top. This is for the Amazon review phone. Okay, so I am on the last bundle. I'm at the top. But before I keep going, I wanted to say that originally, I think I said in the beginning of this video that I washed this hair. Like, I bought this hair Thanksgiving week. It is currently January 31st, and I'm just installing it. But I thought I washed it and let it air dry and then put it back in the bag, which that may be true, but it doesn't feel washed now that I'm feeling it. Like, it doesn't feel like anything's wrong, but it doesn't feel washed. And it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't smell like anything. And I feel like if I washed it, it would smell like my shampoo, because any other time when I wash the bundles, they smell like my shampoo. But I was honestly going to make the point, like, the pattern is still there. So for it to have washed and been dried and just sitting for so long, but no, I don't think it was washed. So I'm going to keep going and finish the install. But I do try to always wash my hair before I put it in my head. So now that I've made this mistake, I think moving forward, immediately when I get the hair, I'll probably wash it. Try to pay more attention when I'm installing hair, but I think my best option is just to go ahead and wash it fresh out the pack and just let it air dry. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. But regardless, I mean, it's held its pattern for 2 months, all of December and all of January. So I think that's pretty good. Let's see the back. I hope that looks good, because sometimes I just be like, the back of my head is nobody's business. So let's get into gluing in this last bundle and we can style the closure. So back to no talking. And cheers.
Wrote you this letter. I was sleep deprived, baby. You ain't making no better. Constantly wrapped around my thoughts to think about you wherever. Think about you every day. I really need a reason. I mean, look at yourself now. You gotta believe me. The way you putting that shit on, you know you make it look easy. If I'm hardly breathing, tell me, will you be my treatment? If it's one thing I can promise, that's to never mistreat you. If you give me your all, then I never mislead you. I'm like a doctor, baby. I can follow proper procedures, but let's be honest, baby. I know I'm the one that's in need, but I'm always gonna mean what I say what I mean. I ain't gonna fumble. I'm the one, you're probably one of your team, but I'm be humble, cause I know what it like to live below means. We ain't gonna stop it till we facing our dreams. But today we celebrate accomplishments. Baby girl, you're rid of me. I swear I love your confidence. If you ever break a marriage, let me take the consequence. Fucking all night, we tryna figure out what time it is. Fuck it, go get breakfast. Tell them don't forget the condiments. This is simple life, I live that. Why that shit astonishing? You acting like your mama, hope you take that as a compliment. She keep tryna argue, I'm like, baby, can we politic? But tonight we just gon' let that shit rock. Nails done, hair done, I see you calling the shots. Ain't no plies, baby girl, but you know you my rock. I've been trying to hold you down to turn you up like a stock. What's the name? We just gonna let that shit ride. Effing and knuckles. Knuckles with 2 C's. Hey, look. Can't say I want you for the night, cause shit, I want you forever. And I really mean that shit, that's why I wrote you this letter. I was sleep deprived, baby, you ain't making no better. Constantly wrapped around my thoughts to think about you wherever. Think about you every day. I really need a reason, I mean, look at yourself, now you gotta believe me. The way you putting that shit on, you know you make it look easy. If I'm hardly breathing, tell me, will you be my treatment? If it's one thing I can promise, that's to never mistreat you. If you give me your all, then I never mislead you. I'm like a doctor, baby, I can follow proper procedures. But let's be honest, baby, I know I'm the one that's in need. But I'm always gonna mean what I say what I mean.
That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment the pink heart below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.